Joined by Hofstra coach Speedy Claxton and guard Jaquan Carlos. Coach Claxton, a opening statement.
Yeah, even though we lost this game, I'm proud of my guys. They fought tonight. That's a really good team. They went to the Sweet 16 last year. They're gonna beat a lot of teams, just like they beat Rutgers the other night. Like we didn't lose to any bums. We just got to tighten up a couple of things, which we will, but we'll get better. We'll bounce back from this, and we'll be fine.
Coach, I'm curious, going into that second half, how did you try to attack Princeton's length defensively?
Their length kind of bothered us. They were getting a lot of deflections on our balls when we were trying to pass the ball. So I think that's what kind of bothered us the most was playing against their length tonight.
Caden Pierce, double-double, 26 points. What did he do tonight that was so effective against you guys?
He drove the ball against our five. That was the game plan going into the game. We know we had to live with something. So we wanted to make him beat us, and unfortunately tonight he did. The kid had a great game. Hats off to him.
Coach, Griffin Blue came in and really played a lot of good minutes down the stretch. What did you see from him?
Hey, Griffin's solid all preseason here. I probably should have got him in the first half. It kind of just slipped my mind, and I actually apologized to him at halftime, and I got him in there in the second half. But he's been playing unbelievable. He's going to have a big role here this season.
Coach, what lessons can you take from this game?
We just got to follow the game plan. Our weak side defense wasn't great tonight. We relaxed a little bit off the ball too much, and that's something that we try to preach to these kids. The last couple of days, like you can't relax on the defensive end, especially not against this team. You relax for a split second. That's when they run one of their secondary, third actions, back cut, and that's how they beat you.
Coach, kind of a tough first half from transfer Jocko Fritz there, but I think he really kind of came on in the second half there, despite playing, with 3 fouls. I wanted to kind of get your thoughts on his.
Yeah, I mean, this is a whole new team from last year, so it's gonna take us a while to kind of gel. Just like last year's team, it took us a while. Like we pretty much didn't hit our shot until like mid-January. So I'm proud of the way we played tonight. Like we're going to keep getting better as the season goes along.
Jaquan, what made them so hard to get stops against?
Like Coach said, I think it was really like our weak side awareness. I think that was really the problem, and we had a little bit of trouble keeping them in front of us.
Coach, you talked a lot about how D-Stone is such a big part of getting where you guys want to go. Obviously, a huge second half, and take that as like flashes of what he could be.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, he is going to be a big piece of what we do here. I mean, he had a solid game, 18. Like we're gonna need that from him on a nightly basis. Though JC had a really good game, they were trapping him in the ball screen, so that kind of stopped him. But he'll be fine. Tyler struggled shooting the basketball tonight, and if we have those three guys playing at a high level, I mean, we're gonna be fine. I'm not worried about it. That's not a typical game for Tyler Thomas. So we'll bounce back from this.
Defensively, what did they do that was so effective against Tyler?
They were just being physical with him. They didn't give him really any open looks, and then they was just kind of crowded him.
Coach, Thomas is actually the guy that you would think would be the number one option this year. Do you have an idea of who might be a second, third option at this point?
That really doesn't matter. It's gonna be different from game to game.
Speedy, I know it's a couple days away, but your thoughts going into George Washington and get some game film now, obviously.
I mean, I've got to think about this right now. I'm not even thinking about George. I'm not on to George Washington yet.
Jaquan, what were you seeing between you and Tyler tonight?
I think Tyler struggled to shoot, but like we're gonna stick with him. Like he's our guy. That's like Coach said. It's not a typical night for him. So whether or not he's missing a shooting, we're gonna keep feeding him and keep rocking with him. He's gonna get us through the season.
Thank you, guys.